people ask me a lot, what's the show like? And if Sam Shepard and Neil Simon had a child, I think he would have written this play. So it's got a dark edge to it, it's got hopefully a lot of humor to it, and it takes you to some really interesting places as an audience that I think you'll really enjoy. And there was an announcement on the Austin Scriptworks newsletter. I'm a member of Austin Scriptworks, and I submitted the play to them, and Karen let me know she would like to do the show. Yeah, the world premiere of The Happy Couple was in 2009 at the Overtime. This one's a little bit different. We did all of our work pre-production. We had several read-throughs and a series of Q&As and notes back and forth via email. It was a really intense process, but I'm glad we went through it because every question was answered. Every thing that didn't quite fit or make sense to the actors was either fixed in places that needed to be fixed or explained, and so that everyone was on board. So I felt really good because I was able to hand the script off to people that I knew they get it. And they don't just get the essence of the show, but every page, every line of the show, they get it. The first draft of this play was written in 2002, and at that time it was just 20 pages, what's roughly equivalent to now what is Act 1, Scene 1. And people kept asking me what happens to these characters after these 20 pages, and I felt like it was an idea worth exploring. So before I left Dallas for San Antonio in 2008, I had a reading among actors in the Dallas area for that, and that helped me develop a new version of the script. When I was in San Antonio, I started working with the Overtime Theater. They produce 10 plays a year, nothing but new works from local playwrights. I met Matt Cassie, who was the director of the original production, and we started working on the script together. So I went through a few more rewrites before the official world premiere 7 years after the first draft. So right now we're well past 10 years after the first draft of that play. I think there's scripts that are perfect and scripts that are finished. And I don't think any script ever gets to be perfect, but they at some point have to be finished. So I consider this to be finished, but I don't know if it's perfect. Right, I grew up in Houston, and I went to school in Austin, lived in San Antonio for a few years, lived in Dallas, and now living in Fort Worth. So running out of places in Texas to live. The world premiere of my new play, Masquerade, is happening right now at the Overtime. In fact, after I see rehearsal today at Last Act, I'm driving down to San Antonio to see Masquerade at the Overtime.